Hello guys, this is Snidmist and welcome you all to the very first episode of the latest series which we are going to start on this channel. The name of this series is What If, and it's all going to be about Beyblade. So if you guys haven't read the community post already, I would just provide a brief introduction to what this series is going to be about. So in this series, basically we will be taking up certain scenarios and changing it. It's exactly same as what Marvel is doing with its What If series. So the idea was basically taken, or you can say inspired from them, and just used in Beyblade by me. So today's topic is going to be from one of my subscribers only, and his name is Aries Blader, and I'm really thankful to him because he has provided me with a lot of topics, so that for the first few episodes I would definitely have at least one topic each, and that will be really great. So today's topic, although very simple but really controversial, is going to be what if Tyson never got Dragoon as a bitbeast. So yes, we will just wait for 5-10 seconds for everyone to sink in this statement which I've made, that what if Tyson never had or never got Dragoon as a bitbeast. So Tyson, if you guys, I don't know how you guys don't know, but just a basic introduction is Tyson is also a blader. He is the main protagonist of the first three seasons of Beyblade, namely Beyblade Bakuten Shoot, Beyblade V-Force, and Beyblade G-Revolution. So this guy is enormously strong. He is also claimed as the world champion who everyone wants to beat, and his main source of power is his obviously blading skills, but his secret weapon is his bitbeast Dragoon. So today's video is going to be exactly a discussion where we'll be going to remove Dragoon from his bitbeast and then see what if and what happens to Tyson. So let's start with this video and let's begin.
So to begin with, this Beyblade which you can see on the screen is the first Beyblade which Tyson ever held in his hand, and which is also known as Grip Attacker, and as per the Takara Tomy releases and the Hasbro releases, it is known as Dragoon Grip Attacker. So this was basically the first ever design which Tyson used. You can see the 4 dragon heads on it as well, although there was no contact of Dragoon until when Tyson was first seen in his room sitting calmly, and that was the first time he ever felt the presence of Dragoon, where you can see that Tyson is very much shocked as he can actually see Dragoon in the sky, as you can see in the next clip. Although Dragoon looks like really different in this specific clip, but the main thing is that to establish importance of Dragoon, we need to know how they first met. So later on, when Tyson and Carlos battled, the final battle they had, Tyson still never had Dragoon at that very point, and he had to even strengthen his winder, that is length wise he had to increase the winder, and even run to the stadium to make a awesome shoot. And that was actually enough for Tyson to specifically win that one battle against Carlos, and Carlos was really defeated badly. But the thing was that instantaneously we see then Tyson, who uses the same exact technique, his shoot where he like runs from a distance and then launches the Beyblade against our boy Kai. And when Kai does just a regular launch, Kai is actually really powerful because he has Dronzer in his Beyblade, which is added advantage what Tyson doesn't have at this point, and that basically results in the breakage of Tyson's Beyblade into I don't know how many parts, as you can see on the screen. So that is basically all we can say, that if Dragoon is not available, then this is what is going to happen. The secondly you can see here is this is basically the time where Dragoon first communicated with Tyson with respect to actually being transferred in his Beyblade. So this was the time when Tyson had to go to save Kenny, I believe, yes. And that time Dragoon responded to Tyson's calling, and that is where Dragoon came out of his the sword, the ancient sword these guys have in their family, and then it was transferred in Tyson's Beyblade, I believe. Yes, Dragoon then completely the sword started shining, and the Beyblade then got the power of Dragoon. As you can see, the majestic bitbeast, which is in the sky right now, and then after that, this is the point exactly where Tyson actually started his journey to becoming one of the greatest legends available. And don't get me wrong, again, I would say Tyson does have a lot of skill, but yes, as you can see now in the next slide, Dragoon. This is basically Dragoon S, also known as Dragoon Storm, the very first iconic, second I believe, but the first Beyblade in which Dragoon resides. And this Beyblade was really iconic and really powerful, all thanks to the power of Dragoon basically safeguarding it. I would really like to add one more important point, which would be very important, stating that even Andrew, if you guys remember, had told that if he wants to face Kai, he requires the power of Dragoon. And as you can see here, when Tyson then battles Kai, he is able to use his tornado attack to get Kai off balance. And as you can see here, Kai is really focused to call out his bit beast, whereas Tyson is completely confused, as he is someone who has never experienced. Although still Dragoon holds up to Dronzer at this specific time and gets released at that specific moment. And just imagine at this very battle, if Tyson wouldn't have had Dragoon here, it would have been just the end of Tyson altogether.
So guys, that is basically what all Tyson has achieved with Dragoon. Now the thing is that once we have established what Dragoon and how important Dragoon is, now if we talk about removing Dragoon from the picture, it is basically like as the very first battle which we saw with Tyson battling Kai. So his Beyblade would never have sustained the power of Dronzer if he didn't have Dragoon inside his Beyblade. That was a very sure shot thing to notice there. The second thing is, if not Tyson, I believe Hero would have got Dragoon. That is if possibility, because Hero is a very accomplished blader and he is basically Tyson's older brother. So by that logic, I believe Hero would have got Dragoon. But then if that would have been the case, then the protagonist as Tyson, he wouldn't have been such an awesome blader what he is right now. Definitely, don't get me wrong, he has the skills to it, but the Beyblade universe which we are talking about is heavily dominated by the bitbeasts they use, and not with respect to the Beyblades they actually have. The Beyblades do hold certain importance in customizations and all that, but as far as a Beyblade is concerned, its bitbeast is something which provides it all and most of the glory. So to conclude our entire discussion about today's What If episode is, if Tyson never got Dragoon, he would have ended up being in a decent spot, but the only thing is that he wouldn't have achieved or received the glory which he currently has in our hearts, and the legend we call Tyson, right? As we know from the previous generation, Tyson is considered as a legend. And even though on forefront we only talk about Tyson, he is always and always associated with Dragoon with respect to his success and with respect to his fateful battles also which he has fought, where if Dragoon was not there, Tyson wouldn't have survived those episodes and even those battles as well. Although I also have one last idea in mind, stating that as Tala had got a cybergenetically made bit beast which was created in a laboratory, Tyson would like I don't know, maybe Kenny could have tried that, but that is a very far-fetched thing because blade breakers, especially Tyson and all those 4 or 5 guys, they are always shown to be very kind and like good-hearted people. So creating something which is artificial like this wouldn't have actually happened, and that would be it for then Tyson. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, do like the video. It really helps me to boost up and make more episodes like this. So see you guys in the next video. Till that, guys, take care and bye.